Today I am going to share some tips and tricks with you on how to stay bright. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. If this is your first time here, my name is Pamela and I like to share deliciously easy plant-based recipes. So if those are the types of videos that you like, then be sure to click that little red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Today's video is not a recipe video. We are going through some interesting times right now. We've got a worldwide pandemic going on, which I don't know about you, but that is really weird. I never thought that we would be in a pandemic. It's a little stressful. That seems like something that happens in history books, right? So it's a little stressful. So I have got some tips for all of you as well as for myself, because I will admit I have been really stressed out and I have been just kind of hearing chatter in my head and giving into cravings. So I've got some tips for you guys as well as for myself on how to stay bright during these kind of dark and gray times. So let's go ahead and go through that list. All right, so first up, number one is getting back to basics. When I'm not stressed out and when the world is totally normal and we're not on lockdown, automaticity is automatic. It's just so easy. And I'm able to just kind of do my meals. I'm able to not have to write them down or even really think about them ahead of time. I can just put a plate of food together, weigh it, get it done, you know, whatever. But when I'm stressed, I really need to get back to basics. I need to pull out my food journal, plan my meals ahead of time, and commit them. So that's my first tip, is get back to basics. If you haven't been writing your food down in a food journal, and if you haven't been committing them to somebody on the phone or in a Facebook group or something like that, make sure that you are doing that. So that is step number one, is just get back to basics with your food journal. And tip number two is to stick with a routine. I know it's really tempting when we're at home all day long. We don't have to go to work. We don't have to go out and see people. It's really tempting to sleep in and to stay in yoga pants because they're so comfortable. Who doesn't love yoga pants? And just stay in a sweatshirt. It's nice and cozy. It's so tempting to do these things, but make sure that you're waking up every day at a reasonable time. Get dressed. If you wear makeup, do your makeup. I mean, you don't have to get like completely dolled up, but you know, put a little bit of makeup on, put clothes on, be presentable, act like, you know, hey, if somebody came knocking at your door, you know, maybe the UPS guy, you would be presentable. It just helps you feel good and like things are kind of normal, even though they're not. So get in some sort of routine and stick with that. So that is tip number two. All right, tip number three is to lean in. Lean into, if you're in Bright Lifers, get into the Bright Lifers Facebook groups, really start participating. If you're not in Bright Lifers, start participating in the free Bright Line Eating Facebook groups or the official Bright Line Eating Facebook groups. I know there has been some Zoom calls for just kind of keeping up positivity and just staying accountable. So participate in those. Really lean into the community and to other Bright Line eaters at this time. That's really going to help you just keep Bright Line eating at the top of your mind, stay positive, and stay on track. So really lean in. If you're not a part of Bright Lifers, then I highly recommend, if you've done the boot camp, join Bright Lifers. If you haven't done the boot camp, I guess that would be tip number four. Are we on four? Do the boot camp. The boot camp is an excellent way to stay on track. It is 8 weeks long. Actually, it might be 10 or 11 weeks now, actually. I think they've added some extra materials. I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I've done it. But the boot camp is an excellent way to refresh your memory, and it's got a lot of extra material that's not in the books. So if you've only read the books, the boot camp has a lot of extra material. So I cannot recommend the boot camp enough. I can leave a link to the boot camp down in the description box below. You can even do the 14-day challenge just to kind of give you like a little jump start if the boot camp is out of your range. Listen to the audiobook version of the books. I believe Susan Pierce Thompson does both of the audiobooks. Reread the book. That's another great option. Yeah, just kind of refresh your memory of the materials is another great way to kind of lean back into the program. And my final tip is if you don't already have a meditation practice of some sort, this is probably a really good time to start. Yeah, there's a bunch of free apps that you can use. I'll see if I can find the names of some and put them in the description box down below. If you know of any, go ahead and put them in the comments section down below. Yeah, but meditation is a great way to just really make sure that you're staying focused. You can even do yoga. That's another great form of meditation. It's also a great way to make sure your body is moving every day, since we're kind of stuck in the house all day, every day. So yoga would be a great type of meditation to add during these times. So there you go. If you, those are my tips that I came up with. If you have any additional tips that I didn't think of, please leave them in the comment section down below. That way we can get kind of a running list going for everybody that sees this video on how to stay bright. And if you want to see more videos from me, click one of the videos that you see right there, and I will see you next time.